What'd you think the first time you sized that thing up in real time?
I really surprised myself. Like I made it with one jump. Like I didn't have to lift myself or pull myself up. So yeah, I was kind of proud of myself. But it's definitely higher than you think, though.
When you come down from there, you smell like beer.
Yes, I got beer poured on me the last time I Lambeau Leap was the Colts game where Wick scored.
Yeah.
Got some beer poured on me. Smelled like beer the rest of the game.
It's all good though. That means you
It's
scored.
all good. That's a good thing.
All right, we got one of the best wide receivers in the game. Yeah, I said it. I said it. You're
Appreciate
right,
that.
right, Jayden. We
Much
don't hear
respect.
we don't hear that a lot. We don't hear that
Uh,
enough.
not really.
What's up with that?
I mean, I guess I got to make some more noise first. You know what I'm saying? Got to earn my stripes.
No, you just keep doing what you're doing, man. I think people are starting to take note, and I wonder, like during preseason when they were hammering Matt with the who's your number one receiver, who's your number one receiver. First off, I don't think it matters with the group y'all
Right.
have and the attitude that y'all bring to the party, but also, did it kind of bother you that you weren't being thought of that way?
No, it never really bothered me. You know, I know you got to earn your respect. You know what I'm saying? So it just really starts with that. I just got to continue to make plays, and the rest to take care of itself. And as long as we winning, I don't care about no conversation about number one receiver or anything like that. So I just care about winning.
Do you think guys that do a lot of their work in the slot get kind of typecast a little bit and not given the respect they deserve? Because another guy that I think of that way is like Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, no doubt. Like players like that, man. Like you just got to make plays and make them respect you. So, yeah, I see what you mean by that. They can definitely be overlooked sometimes.
Yeah.
We're in the slot. So we get the ball in different ways and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the way I look at it is left tackle, right tackle. Back in the day, they used to just talk about left tackles, like all
Right.
the best tackles are at left.
Right.
But a lot of the best rushers in the NFL are now left ends.
Right.
And so a lot of the best right tackles are the best tackles in the game. And so it's just
Right.
like, it's the same thing with slot guys. And I wonder, do you see the similarities with usage when we talk about Debo Samuel and now kind of the way you're used in that offense?
Yeah, no doubt. Just like a gadget guy, really, you can be placed anywhere on the field. There's many ways to get the ball in your hands. Run the bubble. You can be a deep threat. Run underneath routes. Run crosser routes. So it's just a lot of different ways to get the ball in your hand, and I can definitely see that comparison. So.
Do you love getting the ball out of the backfield? Is that kind of something that when your name's called to be counted upon, like a ball carry out of the backfield, do you get excited about that?
I'm like whatever is gonna help the team win. That's what I'm all about. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's what's helping us. Keeping the defense on their toes and everything. So I'm with whatever that's gonna help the team succeed. So that's really just my mindset of everything.
Do you love? Because one thing I love watching is y'all's use of motion,
No doubt.
and I feel like the play starts before it starts. You know
No
what I
doubt.
mean?
Pre-snap.
Pre-snap, the play starts. So if you got a mismatch, that guy's got to deal with you for 6 seconds now instead of 3
Yep.
seconds. Do you look at Matt's offense and say, "Hey, we are one of the best teams in the league at doing this pre-snap stuff"? And what is it about the way he calls and installs the offense that makes it that way?
I agree. Yeah, like huge credit to Matt and the whole coaching staff. Really, they just find great ways to keep the defense on their toes on pre-snaps things. Like just we got so many motions in our offense. Like I'm sure like that's something they really got a game plan on. When we play the opposing team. So they definitely do a great job, and you can see the confusion defenses have when we do motions like that. We do behind motions and everything like that. They just got to stay on their toes, and because they never know what to expect at that point. Like I can be getting the ball sometimes, and I won't get the ball sometimes. So you won't know what to expect. So they do a great job with that.
Yeah, he's a whiz, man. So I'm on this show Inside the NFL with Ocho Cinco,
Yeah,
who actually I think shouted you out
he
in a
did.
tweet this offseason, which
For sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ocho, Bill Belichick, Ryan Clark, and I was talking to Bill this week on set about y'all's game this weekend,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Chris, what do you have to really focus on when you go up to play at Lambeau?" And I said, "Footwear," and he said,
Oh yeah.
"That's exactly right, footwear." How cognizant of that are you as a group, like having the right cleats on up there, and the challenge is your rookie year trying to figure out, like, hey, as it gets colder, this surface is going to change, and how do you use that to your advantage?
Man, I think the surface, like, I think it's an advantage for us sometimes because, you really got to get used to our playing field. Like, you just can't go out there, one day and not have the right attire. Like, you got to have the right footwear on, wear on to be successful, really. So I think that's very important, especially for us. I don't want to give away the secrets, but
Yeah, no, I don't give the secret.
but no doubt, like I think that's very important in being successful and having the right footing on to make the right breaks and plants. Because if you don't got the right cleats on, like you will be on the ground more than you're up. So
Yeah, because if y'all fall, it might be a pick, but
oh
if
yeah,
they fall, it's going to be six probably.
touchdown.
And so, yeah, I figured that works in your favor.
Yep.
One of my favorite players in the league, man, is Romeo Dobbs,
Oh
and
yeah,
I know he went through a lot the last couple of weeks. I'm not asking you to tell me what he went through, but I know he was going through a lot, and to see
yeah.
him go out and make the plays he made Sunday, how important is he not only to your offense, but how important was that to get him the confidence coming back out on the field?
Yeah, no doubt. I just think it was a great, moment for, everybody, just to see him succeed like that. We all cheered him on and, he all welcomed us in. I know you guys seen like the hug that he all gave us, he scored the first touchdown. So it was just great seeing him succeed again and, uh, responding to adversity, you know what I mean? So, that's always important, you know, how, you got to rally around each other through hard times. So, he did a great job, and that's a guy that we need in our offense to succeed. So he made a lot of great plays last Sunday. He's going to continue to do that.
Tell me something good about Wixie. He used to not say two words, and then
Yeah,
they say he's talking more since
for
he
sure, for sure.
since he got up to the NFL. What's Wixie mean to y'all's team when he's out there?
Personally, to me, that's my brother. So he means a lot. I think he's one of the best separators that I've seen in person ever. So and I really mean that. Like he got some routes to him. He got some releases to him, like explosiveness. Like he brings a lot to the table. So that's another guy that we needed within our offense. Man, with how deep we are, we got a lot of guys that that you got to plan and game plan for. So
And not to sell your guys short, but I did not know Tucker Kraft could run like that.
oh yeah, yeah, Tucker's a dog. He a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was fun, man. And I just the quarterback you have,
yep,
who Jordan, he throws a great deep ball.
yep.
I think it's one of the reasons why you guys damn near lead the league in explosives, but
Oh yeah,
also just the maturity he seems to have,
yep,
the command of the huddle. And also, I just felt like, because, used to play for the Eagles, I was watching that game very close. I thought y'all's season might be over. And I don't mean
yeah,
that as disrespect to y'all,
for
but
sure.
I thought Jordan might be down for the year. Like,
All
to
right.
me, when that happened, I thought he tore something in his knee, not just to be okay to where he'd come back, but also to fight back so quickly.
Right.
What does that say about his toughness, and how much does that increase his standing in the locker room, if that's possible?
Man, that just shows the mindset he has, what he's willing to sacrifice for his brother. So, he's got the right mindset and, he wants to go where everybody else want to go. So, he knows what it takes. And he's a great leader. One thing I love about Jordan, man, like he the same person to everybody in the locker room. Like it don't matter who you are, he's gonna be the same person to everybody. So he's a great. I think he's an even better person than teammate, which a lot of people really don't see. But I think all that the off the field things, translates to on the field, which is why we have such a good connection with everybody. Jordan does a great job of distributing the ball to everybody and keeping everybody involved off the field as well. So he's just a great leader and a great guy, like overall.
Dude, you know what I noticed when I came up to Green Bay was how damn hard it is to jump into the stands up
All right,
there. I,
Lambeau
I
Leap.
did it. I did it. Now I didn't
Yeah,
stretch or anything, and I'm a little
yeah,
bit older, but we were out on the field. Your guy gave us a tour,
yeah.
and I jumped up and I said, "Damn, you guys, That's some dangerous shit.
It's higher than you think. Like
Yeah.
once you really get live and you see it live, like it's way higher than you think. But
What'd you think the first time you sized that thing up in real time?
I really surprised myself. Like I made it with one jump. Like I didn't have to lift myself or pull myself up. So yeah, I was kind of proud of myself. But it's definitely higher than you think, though.
When you come down from there, you smell like beer.
Yes, I got beer poured on me the last time I Lambeau Leap was the Colts game when Wick scored.
Yeah.
Got some beer poured on me. Smelled like beer the rest of the game.
It's all good though. That means you scored.
It's all good. That's a good thing.
How about, did you grow up you grew up outside Chicago?
I grew up in the inner city, but when I got
Yeah.
to high school, I went to high school in like the suburban area. So
Okay. Was it
familiar with
Naperville?
both.
Yep. Yeah. So how did you grow up a Bears fan?
I did grow up a Bears fan.
So how hard is it to get the hate on for your childhood team?
I mean, it's over now, so
It's over.
I ain't really worried about it. I never been to a Bears game growing up. Like my first time in Soldier Field was when we played the Bears. So
yeah,
I think I'm kind of good on that. So
yeah, it's I grew up a Panthers fan. We went down to play there. I got in a fight, got ejected. They threw shit at me, and I was like, man, they hate me in this.
Yeah,
I used to come here when I was a kid, paint my face and shit.
Yeah.
Now, talk to me about Nixon, man. I mean, this guy doesn't get enough credit as a returner,
no doubt,
or the snaps he gets out on the field. So, what does he bring to you guys as a defense?
For sure, he bring a lot to the table, like speed, change of direction, like a lot of that. He don't get enough credit where, he's placed on a lot of, places on the field, like kind of like I am. He's played outside. He's playing inside, returning kicks, returning punts. You can tell like they scared of him. They don't even want to kick the ball to him. You know what I'm saying? I think
for good reason.
Last weekend was the most returns he's had all year. So, he brings a lot to the table, and that just shows, about how the opponent, game plan them. And you can see that on Sundays. Like they don't even kick him the ball. And he's done a great job, on the outside since he's been there. So he's just gonna continue building and just showing how diverse he is.
Is there a slot corner in the league that you think is just far and away the guy? Like when you watch a guy on tape or that you've played against.
I want to say the McDuffie guy from Kansas City. He was pretty good. We played him last year. That's the guy that pops out in my head quick. So
that felt like
he was a really good player.
Yeah, that felt like such a big game for y'all.
No doubt, it did.
I don't know if
prime time.
Yeah, I don't know if you get in the locker room after that game and you're like, "Hey, we're pretty good."
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
we expected that. That's always the standard for us. No matter
no question.
who we play.
You could tell. How's about Houston, man? To me, they're one of the fastest defenses in the league. What do you think is the most important thing you have to worry about when you play these guys?
Man, you just got to play a full game with those guys, man. Like, they fly around, they play physical. We got to take away, like, pre-snap penalties. Really, we just can't beat ourselves. That's the most important thing and keys to victory. So, they got a really good team over there. They fly around on defense. They're physical. And, we just got to play a full game with minimal mistakes. So,
yeah. All right, this is a fun one for you. Maybe you remember this, but it's one of my favorite memories of last year. Did you know Jair Alexander was from Charlotte before that game?
I did. Yeah, I did. For sure.
Hey, that was one of the funniest damn press conferences I have seen. Is that dude just comedy all day?
You get that he the same guy every day. Like he gonna make you laugh every day you speak to him. So
that's so good.
Yeah.
And how about those guys up front, man? Because I think they've been getting a lot of heat because they're not getting sacks. But when I look at Kenny Clark and Rashawn and Preston and those guys, and when Devontae gets back, like that's one of the best groups in the league. How important is it to have that group? Whether or not they're getting home, I know they're affecting the game.
Yeah, I mean, those guys, create havoc, as you seen like last week, ball ops, they punching the ball out, getting turnovers, that's very important. The stack monsters, man, we need those guys, and, they do a great job. They're great leaders, you know what I'm saying? Like, they set the example every day in the locker room. So, those are guys I look up to. Great players, and they definitely some game changers. So we definitely need those guys to win on Sundays.
There's some big bullies, man.
Oh, for sure.
It's good to have a group
Yeah,
like that in the building.
no doubt.
Who runs the building? Who's the position group in your building that runs the building?
Position group. I want to say the Wideouts bring a little bit of everything, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we bully, we'll make you laugh here and there. We gonna
Yeah.
make you smile here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna bring everything to the table.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I got one more for you here. The all whites this
Yeah.
weekend. Are you for it? Is this something you're excited about? Because I think it's going to look pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm always open to new opportunities and different stuff. So
Yeah.
I like drip too. So I think it's gonna be a good look.
Y'all got some of the best uniforms in the league.
Yeah, for sure.
Period. So
Come
and you were at Michigan State.
Yep, Michigan State.
Those are pretty damn good looking uniforms
Yeah,
too.
we got some nice unis.
You play with Coleman, right?
Keon, yeah, I play with Key.
When I interviewed Josh, he told me he's got the best body control of anybody who's been around.
Yeah, his body control is really good. Yeah, ball skills as well. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's really good about his game.
All right, last one. What are your personal goals? I know what the team goals are. But does Jayden Reed think about a number or some sort of personal milestone that you're chasing year after year?
Yeah, really number one is the Super Bowl. Really, like,
Yeah.
that's just been a dream that I always dreamed about. I just remember, being young and watching it on TV and everything. That's always been a dream. Really, everybody want to crack 1,000 yards, so that's another personal goal. But other than that, man, I just want to win.
I just looked. You're at what, almost 1,200 for your career.
Yeah.
I think that 1,000-yard season's coming real soon, man.
Oh yeah.
If you're not already in the middle of it. So, hey, congrats on everything. Tell Wixie I said what's up, and
Yep.
and good luck this weekend, man. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you having me.